Today is Thursday, Parashat Vayakhel, and we're learning from the Mussar in Chok Israel. Heve boreach min asrara ad ketze ha'acharon. A person should run from high office as far as possible. I mean, in this year of presidential elections, people are really vying for that position of president and running after it, and there are candidates who are so intent and doing everything they can to get that high office. And the Mussar here recommends to stay away from high office as far as possible. Just like it's been discussed at length regarding the characteristic of ga'ava, of haughtiness, of pride. See, the important thing is if a person has a position of authority to still keep humility, but sometimes power corrupts. It gets the person to have haughtiness, to become conceited, and that is definitely a risk of that type of position. So it says here, כמו שכתוב בספר הזוהר, like it says in the book of the Zohar, זכה הוא מן דאזהיר גרמה בהאי עלמא. Fortunate is a person who makes himself small, in other words, who stays humble in this world. ומי לנו גדול ממשה, who's greater than Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabban shel Kol Yisrael, the teacher of all Am Yisrael, שסירב עם הקדוש ברוך הוא 7 ימים, that he refused for 7 days. He did not want to be appointed the leader of Am Yisrael. Hashem told him, go and you'll be the leader of Am Yisrael. He refused for 7 days. ואמר שלחנה ביד תשלח, and he said, please send whomever you will send. ועל שנאמר, ויחר אף Hashem b'Moshe v'asabo Roshem kemo she'amru v'tulu zivracha. To the point that Hashem even was somewhat like angry with him, with Moshe. And this anger had consequences for Moshe Rabbeinu, that he lost the position of being the high priest that was given to Aaron. V'achar kach nitratze, and afterwards Moshe accepted the position, but there was a lot of convincing that needed to be done. It took 7 days of sort of arguing. Then Moshe refused the position. He said, no, it's okay, you know. And he accepted, and still, he was punished. At Memeriva, and he was punished because of what happened there. And all these merits did not help him. Because a person is held responsible for the people in his charge. If the people in his charge act improperly, their leader could be held to task. Because anyone who accepts authority and acts with that position, in terms of sort of like strong authority and that type of thing over people, even if he did it for the sake of heaven like Moshe, so he could be held responsible for all their actions, and if they act improperly, it's a reflection on him as the leader. He says, and how much more this is true in our generation, that a person should be very careful about taking on that position of authority over the community, because it puts him in a position where he can be held responsible for them, and also puts him at test in terms of his humility, and he might become haughty. But at the same time, to put things into perspective, there are other sources in our sages' writings that say it would be irresponsible if a person has the quality and the needed character traits, etc., and the knowledge to be able to be the leader of a community. It would be irresponsible not to take that position. Just like he says, "B'makom she'en anashim ishtadel liot ish." It says in Pirkei Avot, in a place where there are no men, you should make every effort yourself to be that person, to be responsible. So there's a kind of a balance here. On one hand, a person should be very careful not to run after a position of authority. He should be aware of the pitfalls, whether it is to lose his humility or to act in a way that is over authoritative over the people. A person has to be respecting the people in his charge. A person has to realize that he's serving the community on their behalf. A person has to understand also the risks involved of him not doing the right thing, or to be held responsible for if people in his charge do the wrong thing. But at the same time, he cannot stay aloof if he has the qualities and the necessary knowledge or talents that he would take to lead a certain group of people, that he cannot just be irresponsible and let things go in any way they go without taking things in terms of his responsibility that Hashem would have been blessing him with. So there's a balance there, but at the same time, this Mussar says a person should not run to that position of authority, and he should be very careful with the risks involved with it. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.